are
How are you?
you?
I'm great. And yourself?
Good. You look so cute. I love your bang.
Thank
Come
you. So do
through.
you. Amazing. So for those of you who don't know, this is Fauzi Aminu. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, great, great, great. So she's the curator of When in Lagos, and I just want you to tell people what is When in Lagos before we.
Okay. First of all, thank you for having us. And When in Lagos basically is a platform for us to share stories about us, by us, because you know how it is. If you don't tell your stories by yourself, somebody else will share it and share it in a way that is befitting to the sharer. So
Of
it's a
course.
platform for us to share stories by us. We curate topics or we curate content based on the things that matter to you the most, and we are a platform that is meant to highlight what the better things about Lagos.
Okay, amazing, amazing. So I understand that you guys have a couple of exciting events coming up.
Absolutely, yes. So One in Lagos is actually doing an official launch of the website on the 6th of July. And all week long, we're going to be having amazing content, amazing personalities joining us on the platform. We're going to be talking to, some of our favorite people, such as Shafi Bello. We're going to be talking to Shay Shay. We're going to be talking to Toby of TCD Photography. Sorry, the list is long, so I can't, I can't spill all the tea. You have to come in and see it yourself.
No
So
problem.
we're gonna be talking to Tommy Music as well. That's just some of the people we have lined up. So yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing. So now let's get into current events. How are you
Yes.
coping with the pandemic and everything?
I'm coping. It's Texas has become one of the red states in the United States.
Right.
So it's really wild out here. We have people, we hear from people all over the world. Lagos is a hot spot for COVID. It's not as hot as Texas, but it's pretty hot. So it's been pretty, interesting trying to wear masks everywhere. Like you were saying, I heard you saying earlier, it's real. It's not a joke. People are losing their lives. People are like, it's affecting people. Like I saw a tweet the other day, and it basically said the numbers are changing into names. And it took a second, but when I thought about it, I was like, you know what? This is so true. It's no longer Kiniko, and
Right.
blah blah blah, people have COVID. It's now so
Right.
so's mom tested positive for COVID. Blah blah blah's cousin tested positive for COVID. So the numbers are changing into names. So it's definitely not something to joke about.
That's so unfortunate. Did any member of your family or any close friends have they
Uh,
got infected?
Nobody in my family that I know about. I heard that somebody was receiving treatment and they didn't want to tell the family that that they thought they had COVID, but they're fine now. But I do have family friends that have tested positive for COVID.
Oh
How
wow.
about yourself?
Oh wow. Thankfully, no one very close, but a distant relative. I learned of it after the fact. They apparently died of it, and one of my aunt, I guess she had it. I haven't spoken to her because we haven't been in touch. So,
There's
but yeah, I heard from the family members that but she's recovered. So thankfully,
That's wild. Where are
yeah.
you located?
New York.
How's like this? I know like New York. You know what? I should be taking tips from you, girl. Like how's the climate up there?
It's actually hot right now. But the thing is, you should not be taking tips from me because I've been indoors
As
majority
it
of
should
the time.
be. That's a tip right there. Stay in
I,
your house.
oh yeah, that's one. But as for the people who are going outside, yeah, I've basically just been telling friends to be careful. Be
Hmm.
careful. As for me, I stay home and I only go out when I need to.
So like grocery
Like,
store and like essential needs.
exactly. Just essential. Like everything else is secondary. I am not risking my life. I love life too much.
Okay, I
You
ain't
know?
accomplished the goals I had yet.
Yes, yes. So of course, during the pandemic, another hot topic that came up was police brutality. With the
Absolutely.
yeah, with the protests and everything going on. What's your thought on that?
I think it's wild, like that we're living, like, I wouldn't say we're living in a time because the times really haven't changed, but that I'm very happy that, a lot of stuff is being publicized. We're
Right.
seeing like everything that's going on with police brutality. I like the fact that the protests have been consistent
Right.
despite everything that's going on. I feel like the death of George Floyd could, I mean, not, I think it happened at a time where it's convenient that we're not doing anything why inside our house. So we have time. Do you understand? Like we can
Right.
actually see what is going on. It's right there in our faces. And I'm very happy that, changes are happening small by small. But, that's one of the purposes of One in Lagos is to tell our own stories by ourselves. Because if we don't, we've seen a lot of when this Black Lives Matters protests that have been kicking and starting up really, at high rates. We've seen a lot of stories that's were not told in our favor, and we're starting to see the truth.
Right.
So yeah, I like that about the protest. I like that about the movement. I think we need to keep going. I think we gotta just keep pushing. It can't just happen in one day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So have you or any close friends or family member, have they experienced any police brutality
I don't know
that you
about
know
any.
of?
I haven't experienced police brutality. I don't want to. I will start crying. Me, anytime police stops me, I'm always crying. I don't even want to know what's going on. Just let me go to my house personally. So, but I have, in the light of things that have been going on, I've had conversations with people, and one of the like people that I spoke with told me that on, multiple occasions he's experienced police brutality in the United Kingdom and in the United States.
Hmm.
And that was like it was really interesting because when me and him started the conversation, he started off by saying, yeah, Black people do this to ourselves. We're the cause of this, we're that. And I was like, okay, so let's talk. And
Right.
when we started talking, and he was like, you know what, you're right. You know what, you're right. So he told me that he was in a store, somebody used a racial slur against him or something, or pushed him or something. And the person physically assaulted him.
Oh
So
wow.
he retaliated, and he's been in the army. So he retaliated, and the police came, and before anything happened, they put him in cuffs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was the experience. So how about yourself? Have you experienced police brutality?
I haven't, but I know a couple of people who have, and yeah, just it's basically like around like the stop and frisk era when they used to just stop people for no reason. I mean, I'm pretty sure they still do, but thankfully, I haven't
Experienced that. Do you feel like
thank God.
ladies have it easier?
In a way, we do. However, seeing the stories that's happened, Brianna,
Breonna Taylor.
exactly, Breonna Taylor, who else? I mean, I wouldn't say towing because
That
that
wasn't
one is
police. That
race
was
and
prejudice against women in general. That
exactly,
was more misogyny.
exactly. And there's a lot of I'm blanking out with the names, but there's been numerous women, Sandra Bland, like numerous women
Right
who have
here. That was in our
exact,
backyard here.
exactly who have had to been killed even by the cops for no reason. So
Even I don't know if you heard about the girl in the army. They
yes,
just found her body. The guy
yeah,
who was accused killed
committed
himself.
suicide, and the other one is in custody. So I'm hoping that the other one do speak up and give some type of answers because it's crazy.
It
It's crazy.
is.
Yeah, and there's another thing too. A friend of mine sent me a DM. Apparently, do you know the zip the what is it called? Those plastic rubber knots.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, yes. So apparently, if you're driving, you have to watch out for those. If they put it in your car, apparently your car, your house, wherever, your mailbox, if you see it there, you just have to be mindful and be careful of your surrounding, because that's apparently human trafficking, people marking you to show that if you're a lady, you're alone. Yes. 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 Yes.
That's
So a
wild.
friend of mine sent that to me. I actually have to post about it, and I'm
Can we
just
just get a
speechless.
break?
I'm just really speechless to the fact that people were really, you know, it's very unfortunate. It's sad. We're living
It's
in sad.
wild. It's really a crazy time that we're in. I don't know if you ever heard about the Epstein case. Did you ever see the documentary on Netflix? And they finally are
They
he
arrested
killed
his
himself.
girlfriend.
Yeah, they arrested his girlfriend,
Yeah.
his co-trafficker.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to see how that plays out as well, because
Absolutely.
let's just hope that
Absolutely.
she doesn't kill herself too.
Absolutely. And there's the other thing. Apparently when we had Blackout Tuesday, Hillary
Hmm.
Clinton was in court. Yes.
Clinton was in court.
Hillary Clinton, apparently, it's, yeah. So that day when we had all of social media, Instagram and whatnot blacked out, apparently she was in court. So I think she's due for court. I don't remember when, but yeah, she has a case that involves trafficking as well.
I know she's in. She was on that list of people who were there. She was on. She visited the island. Her and her husband or brother. Sorry.
This is it's crazy. It's crazy. It's really crazy that the people that you look up to, that you're hoping to get guidance from, and now, let's bring it to current. Will Smith and Jada
This the
in
team.
August.
They denied it so quickly.
Yeah.
Do you believe August Alsina?
In a way, I do, but I actually don't know what to believe nowadays. I honestly don't know what to believe. But if it happened, I don't see a reason why he should lie about it. I really don't. And looking at the pictures that we've seen online, and but then again, you can't jump into conclusion. However, the
Oh,
storylines,
it's correlating. It's correlating.
so we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna watch her Red Table Talk, because obviously the views are gonna go, bananas. But yeah, we'll see. I'll keep up on social media.
Yeah, well, it'll definitely. Are you on Twitter? Do you see Twitter is like a different avenue for news?
See, that's the thing. I'm on Twitter, but when I go, I just look for trending news, and then I find out what it's about,
And then
I need to get on it, but
sometimes that break is good for you.
right.
Sometimes the break is good for you,
Right.
because Twitter will just throw everything at you. Will Smith, everybody,
It's
Black
a lot.
Lives Matter, Women's Lives Matter.
It's really a lot to digest, honestly.
Exactly.
So what are you up to currently?
Currently just out here curating content to the best of my ability. Wait, me personally or when in Lagos?
Both.
Okay, curating content, and yeah, that's really all that it is. Trying to stay safe and wash my hands. And when in Lagos, same thing, really, just curating content and really just trying to keep the vision afloat.
Right.
And at a, just success is the goal. So just that's the goal.
Right.
That's the
So
goal.
speaking about Lagos, of course, COVID is there as well.
Absolutely.
Have you guys been keeping up in terms of the cases there and, you know, the people and how just their lifestyle? Because I know that's what Winning Lagos is about, you know.
Mm-hmm. So, Of a Kind Creatives as a whole has actually done like a mask initiative where masks were donated to children in Lagos
Right.
to help because, you know, ignorance is one thing, but lack of access to the things you need is
Exactly.
another thing. So, you know, we collaborated with some designers who made some custom masks for, you know, the initiative, and, you know, we donated masks. And yeah, so we're definitely keeping up, trying our best to play our part in keeping, you know, the numbers low and flattening the curve.
Okay, amazing. What message do you have for people out there in Nigeria, not just Lagos? Right.
So for starters, keep your head up. Number one, just keep your head up. You know, sometimes it might seem like nothing might be working out. You know, with NEPA, I was on somebody's live yesterday and NEPA took lights. It was wild. And I was like, this is real life.
It's
And what
real.
did she do? She kept her head up. She kept going. Her friends were in the background, turned on her flash, and she kept doing her thing. And it's that spirit of resilience that really keeps Nigerians and that really keeps us in a good space. And I feel like it's very important to keep up that spirit and don't let your spirits go down ever. Don't let your conditions around you do not determine your success.
Right.
And that's something to keep in mind.
Okay, absolutely. So now, what message do you have for us out here in the diaspora?
We need to wash our hands and stay inside. Okay? Our problem is too much freedom. You understand? In this America, you have the right to stay in your house. I'm getting party flyers to my inbox. I'm like,
Right.
I don't know. Okay, you are going to party.
Yes.
So yeah, our own message, we need to stay inside.
Right. And news broke that I think young people right now we are the most affected.
Absolutely.
We
Because
are.
we're the ones wilding the most.
Exactly. State to state,
Absolutely.
traveling and everything. So please, if
I
you're
heard, I don't know how true this was, but I heard people were flying in from other cities to come and party in Texas. So now, who's really wearing clown face?
really,
Yes, because we barely had a lockdown. Like, we barely had a lock. We locked down for 2 weeks and everything was open.
wow.
So
Wow.
everything we're getting is kind of. We got another Amber Alert today on advising us to stay inside. We still don't have to stay inside. Clubs are still open. I got party flyers
Clubs
yesterday.
are open.
Yeah, everything is open.
Wow.
Everything is open.
So I'm not understanding how they expect, you know, the numbers to go down.
It's wild. It's just we just gotta protect ourselves.
Yeah. Please be safe.
Thank you.
Do you have anything else to share with our viewers?
No, it was such a pleasure chatting with you, Fatima. You're so cute with your hair. I told you. Once again, thank you so much for having us.
Of course.
And make sure everybody follow When in Lagos to see the amazing rollouts that we have for you guys. And you mentioned that this was the last of your series, so they can just convert their viewership to When in Lagos.
I mean, we're gonna come back, you know.
Yeah, I get you. It's not gonna be a forever rollout anyways. There's no space on the cloud for everybody.
Exactly.
Yes,
All right,
thank
you so much, okay?
You're welcome. Bye, girl.
I'm looking forward to seeing all the, you know, the exciting guests.
Absolutely.
All right, bye.